Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about Azure Active Directory B2C fundamentals and some of its key features and aspect of Azure AD B2C. Not only that, after we finish this, I'm going to show you a live real-time example so that it will be easy to understand and apply those concepts and you will never forget and clear your interviews. Come, without delay, let's get started. So what is Azure Active Directory B2C? So Active Directory B2C, it's a cloud-based identity and access management service. So this is provided by the Microsoft Azure and it is designed to handle the identity and access management for the customer facing applications. Okay, so that's important to remember. B2C stands for business to consumers. That's why this is called customer facing applications. And not only that, it emphasizes its focus on external customer identities. So what are the key features and aspects of AD B2C? The first thing is the identity management for customers. So Azure AD B2C enables business to manage and authenticate external user identities such as customers, partners, and suppliers. You take any business, Starbucks, Dunkin', or anything, right? They're all business, right? So we are all customers. And there are suppliers for those companies as well. So how do they interact with us? They can use this AD B2C to get their business moving. Authentication. It supports a variety of authentication methods, including social identity providers like Facebook, Google, Microsoft, you name it. There are many things that are supported here, as well as the local account, meaning you create your own account in the company with your email ID. You don't need to authenticate based on the identity provider. Like for example, you might have a Facebook login, you will have a username and password, but the email ID that is used in Facebook, right? You can use the same email ID, but you can choose to have a local account so that the password between the local authentication is different than the Facebook authentication. So based on the customer's preference, they will choose to have their own email ID provided or go with the identity providers like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. It also supports the customization and branding. So being a company like us, one which is selling, right? Let's say Starbucks, or you take any company, by using AD B2C, you can actually change your branding, and then it will look and feel like as if you're using the company itself. So let me give you a good example. Alright, so let's take a good example of this, right? So airindia.com, this is a very popular and very big government and Tata company based airlines. Alright, so this Air India, right, it happened to be that when I tried to sign up, I realized they're also using Azure AD B2C. How do I know? Watch out this. When I say sign in, it changes here to our AD B2C login. You see this? b2clogin.com, and then they have a domain name called Air India Flying Returns. AI stands for Air India. So AI Flying Returns is the domain name that they have used, and literally they're using AD B2C. So which means you see the website, they have made beautiful UI. So the custom branding, and they have used the custom UI that we have seen in our previous video, and they have made it and made us to feel like it's their website. But not everyone noticed this, being technical perspective, because we know what is this. We have figured out that they are also using AD B2C. Similarly, you can use many things. Many companies are using it. Alright, the next one is the user attributes and profile. So what does it mean? Like you have seen in the videos, user attributes means collecting some specific information about the users. So you can have your own user attributes and build your profile. So you collect certain information from the users and build their profile, which you can do it. And then it also supports the multi-factor authentication, MFA. These days with one security, it is not working out somehow because of the phishing and the social engineering. There a lot of people are losing their identity, but this MFA is something that will protect you, right? If somebody hijacks your account without your presence of knowledge, the MFA is the one which will trigger an extra alert to your system, like your Gmail, to your email ID or to your phone number, wherein you'll be awake at that point of some somebody is using your stuff, right? And you don't provide your MFA details, and then nobody will be able to log in. That's why MFA is like, it's supported and it is recommended for many of the users to indicate it enabled. This AD B2C, you can integrate this with many applications. So it provides APIs and SDKs for integrating with various types of applications, including your web applications like we saw Razor page view, your mobile apps, your single page view like Angular, React. You can use all of these things, and it's all supported by AD B2C. As and when people grow, like as and when the user grows and then a lot of user comes in, scalability is automatic. Like, so Azure AD B2C is built on the cloud platform, so which is offering scalability and global availability, which means anyone across the world can access this, and n number of user increases, Microsoft Cloud will support it, so that nothing happens to your system and everybody is able to authenticate and authorize by themselves. And not only that, this integration of this AD B2C with other Azure services is handy, and it can integrate with other services like functions, logic apps, app servers. It has a lot of things that comprehensively built with identity and access management systems. Now, in summary, right? Azure AD B2C is a comprehensive identity and access management service designed for external customer identities. Like we spoke about a couple of examples, right? Air India, one of the good example. We being many people across the world can use the airlines, and we're all our customers for them. They're doing a very big business. Okay, offering a range of features to help business build secure, scalable, and customizable identity solution. Like I said, Air India might have more than 50,000 users or maybe a couple of million users, which means AD B2C is supporting those many users, right? Unless you have active 50,000 users, there is no charge for you. That is also something that you should remember. Probably we'll take a look at the sheet, the pricing sheet. But 50,000 users, active users for a given month, no charge, zero charge. So now let's bring all of these stuffs that we discussed into a real world context. So let's imagine a real world scenario. Imagine you are the owner of a popular online marketplace, like you own the Facebook, or like say you have your own website which is having an online marketplace. Now users around the world can actually buy your stuff from your marketplace, right? You being a seller now, okay, and you have a lot of users across the world who can buy your stuff. So let's consider you have selling handmade crafts. So your goal is to ensure the seamless, secure, and personalized experience for both buyers, like the customers, as well as you being a seller. You both should be secure, and you should also build a good user experience. So now what will we do? Let's go and put every single aspects into this real world. The first one that we saw was identity management. So in this case it's a global craft fair. So let's say Azure AD B2C serves as a backbone of your online marketplace, acting like a global guest list. Every user, whether they are customers like buyers looking for a handmade treasure, or seller, you showcasing your stuff, has a unique digital identity managed by the Azure AD B2C. Okay, you being a seller, you also trying to log in, and a lot of customers also trying to log in. You all have unique identity in the AD B2C context. Now let's consider the authentication, which is here we're talking about a secure entry. So let's say at the entrance of your online marketplace, user encounter various authentication methods supported by Azure AD B2C, which means when they come in, they prefer to log in with their Google, Facebook, or any other account they have, and which is supported by AD B2C, or they will opting to provide their own email ID, and then we create a local account. So all of these things support. So that's how you relate your secure entry with the authentication. Now the next one is your customization and branding. Like we saw in the real time, like in India, how they designed their customization of their UI. Like it doesn't look like it is AD B2C. They've done very beautiful job. They might have a very big team for this, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is, you being a business runner, you can actually brand and customize your UI, and that is supported by the Azure AD B2C. That is what I'm talking about here, right? And then the next one is the user attributes in the profile. So in this case, it's a buyer profile. So the customers can build their profile. Like we will collect a bunch of information during their arrival of the login, like the sign up page, and then based on what they have provided, we can build up their profile. So that's what it is called protocol. And then multi-factor authentication. So here the secure transaction is what called multi-factor authentication. So to enhance the security during the transaction, Azure AD B2C supports this MFA, and then the buyers, like the consumers, can opt for an additional layer of verification. Like you might have not seen in my video, but actually this MFA per user you can configure, and if some user doesn't want, you can remove it, and if some user wants, you can make that programmatically happening. That, like, let's say I have like 100 users, 50 users opt for it, yes, you can do it, and then 50 users don't opt for it, it's fine, no problem. We can do that as well. You can use the Graph API to do this programmatically for each users, which is possible, and that's how they get a one-time verification code when they try to log in. And then the next one is the integration with the application. So your shopping experience, right? So you have a marketplace that includes variety of applications like order processing and all those stuff. So you can actually use this marketplace with your website, with your mobile app, and not only that, you can actually integrate this with the other applications in your marketplace. And then the next thing is the scalability. Like I said, Air India is one of the good examples, right? They have many hundred, many thousand users. So as and when the user grows for you, the AD B2C supports its scalability. So that's what it is all about, the scalability. And anyone around the world can access it, because it's all they want is the internet to access this. That's it. Now the next one is based on the policy based authorization. Also you can actually customize this, and you can let users go based on the custom clients and the authorization policy that you have set. So that's also supported by AD B2C. Now, like I said earlier, you can have your application, just not one application. You might have many sub modules of your application which is internally supporting your marketplace. So you can have this like a payment system, all of those different applications. You can actually integrate it with Azure AD B2C for the authentication and identity protection. So you can do that efficiently. And then now Azure AD B2C plays a crucial role in providing a secure, customized, and seamless shopping experience for buyers, like consumers, in a single business seller online marketplace. So this is a good live example that I can ask you to relate to this Azure AD B2C with the real-time example. That way you don't forget, and then it is easy for you to explain it to anyone, whether you're going to search for a job or you're going to apply this in your current job, whatsoever it is, right? It's really be easy for you to do it. So do not get confused with AD B2C with AD B2B. B2B is business to business. There's a few difference with that, but mostly concepts are same, implementations are same. Okay. And I hope you enjoy this video, and in the next video I'm going to talk about the important OAuth 2 and OpenID Connect protocol and how the ID tokens and different types of tokens works. Until then, signing off from you guys. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!